on in. Let me know where you're watching from. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel as well. And I'm here checking out this video by J.J. Buckner. And the topic of today is the $2,000 check for the American people. For those who make less than $100,000 a year. Quotation marks. Like, seriously. Y'all. So, let's get into this video. When you guys come on in, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I am not your financial advisor. Anything that I show you all is strictly from my experiences, and this is based upon, will be based around educational purposes only. So with that being said, welcome back to the channel. This video is very interesting, and I kind of wanted to switch up the content by moving to the studio setting today. So yeah, let's talk about it for real. All right, let's get into it. Flip the screen.
And portable mortgages. Americans getting $2,000 in tariff dividend checks, 50-year mortgages, and portable mortgages. Let's talk about it.
Trump gives update on when $2,000 tariff dividend checks could go out. President Trump says his proposed $2,000 tariff dividend checks are coming, but not this year. Speaking to reporters on Air Force One, he said the payments are now planned for 2026 during the midterm election cycle. The idea is to use money collected from Trump's IEEPA tariffs, which have brought in about $90 billion so far. But there's a major problem. The Supreme Court may strike those tariffs down after tough questioning in a recent hearing. When asked if he'd still send checks if the court kills the tariffs, Trump said he'd have to do something else. There are other hurdles too. The plan needs congressional approval, and some Republicans say Trump should focus on cutting the federal deficit instead. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said families earning under $100,000 are being considered, but nothing is final. If the income limit is set at $100K, the program could cost around $300 billion. For now, Americans will have to wait with no exact date for when, or even if, the $2,000 checks will be sent out.
Interesting. I don't know about you, but I know an extra $2,000 would be nice right now.
Make sure that you guys like the video for me and comment and subscribe to the channel. Going over this information that J.J. Buckner put out about 2 hours ago. You all, America is getting wild right now, so make sure that you like the screen for me. Comment, rate, and subscribe. I have to do my calls for action. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Here we go.
But the problem is, at least according to these numbers, we're still about $210 billion short of being able to fund a $2,000 per household dividend check. Now, there are two viewpoints on this. As you can see, at least for the Republican household, you have the side of where mostly Trump's at. He's saying, send the money out, give the people the $2,000 checks. Then you have the other side of the Republican House who's basically saying we need to cut down the deficit. Now, something else to think about is if we look at Trump's side of things and we think, okay, let's pump an extra $300 billion into the economy right now, where inflation may continue to keep rising as we're seeing maybe in the near future, that extra $300 billion being pumped into the economy is only going to, in my opinion, rapidly increase inflation or even help inflation increase even more. But also the $2,000 does sound nice to everyone who makes under $100,000. So let me know what you guys think.
Some experts say under a 50-year mortgage, you may pay less month to month, but would end up paying more overall. President Donald Trump is pushing a plan to create 50-year mortgages, hoping to encourage younger Americans to buy homes.
The average age of a first-time home buyer has gone up by about 10 years in just a few years, so it's something that we're very serious about addressing.
The White House says
50
with
years
this approach,
wild.
home buyers would see lower monthly mortgage payments.
Extending the length of mortgages can reduce monthly payments by hundreds of dollars.
But industry experts point out those borrowers would likely end up paying way more in interest over time.
The total amount of interest that you pay to the bank over the lifetime of that loan is nearly double that of a 30-year mortgage.
David Meyer is the head of real estate investing for Bigger Pockets, an online community of residential real estate investors. He says with a 50-year mortgage, it'll take longer to build equity, but could be an option for some home buyers.
I think it could be helpful for people who are sort of on the edge of being able to.
Okay, y'all. So it's two views you can look at far as this one. Those who are into real estate, that could be a good thing for them. For the average American people, 50-year mortgage is wild. But Gen Zs, whoever you are, it's going to get a lot tougher for you all. So it is best to start implementing and put you guys in a better situation. Start little as nowhere. So now, as you all know, it's very important to save your money, invest wisely, be mindful of your spending, because it's getting wild. 50-year mortgage, bro? Come on. 50 years? Hey, how y'all doing? Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. You all, 50 years on a mortgage? And for 15, 30 year, and now they're talking about 50 year. What you guys think about that? It's wild. Back to the video.
Afford the type of home that they want.
But he does offer one suggestion.
You should consider refinancing as soon as possible to a 30-year or shorter mortgage.
The White House says it's still working out details of this plan. Administration officials say it's just one option of many they're exploring to help younger Americans buy homes. Reporting in Washington, I'm Trevor Shirley.
You heard that right, a 50-year mortgage, people. Now, I am a mortgage broker, so this hits me right at home. What are my opinions on it? Well, when I put my investor thinking cap on, I'm okay with it. And then what I would end up doing, as they just mentioned, I would probably refinance when rates dropped lower, or I would just tend to pay extra on the mortgage as time went on, so I wasn't really paying the full 50 years. Now, here's the problem with that. When I take my investor cap off and I put, the everyday American who's going to get a 50-year mortgage, the problem is how many people are truly going to be paying extra to get rid of their 50-year mortgage. That's the problem here.
That's wild.
And as the guy mentioned, you're going to be paying almost double the amount of interest versus a 30-year loan. So there's like two scenarios here that I'm like, 50-year could be good for the investing side, but as a residential buyer, it may not be good. Now, there was a whole lot of noise on X, formerly known as Twitter, and there was one pretty viral post I want to read to you guys. This guy, James Fishbeck, says, the 50-year mortgage is a disgusting insult. We are Americans. We are not slaves. We are not slaves to the plantation owner. We are not slaves to China, and we're not slaves to Wall Street. This 50-year mortgage idea is a spit in the face, is an insult. We did not vote for this. We did not vote to become debt slaves to private equity firms, the big banks, and Wall Street. Right now, the median home in America costs $500,000. At the prevailing mortgage rate of 6%, you will have $580,000 of interest payments over 30 years. If we went with this ridiculous, insane idea of a 50-year mortgage, that would be $1.1 million of mortgage payments for a $500,000 home. You would end up paying $1.5 million for your $500,000 house. My grandfather was a World War II veteran. He always told me that we do not want to pass down this national debt to the next generation, to our kids and grandkids, and make them slaves to China. I am not worried about China anymore. I am worried about becoming slaves to Wall Street. And the do-nothing Republicans and know-nothing Democrats seem to be working together once again to push this usury on Americans. It is an absolute insult. If we want to get serious about housing affordability, the crisis staring down my generation, consider this. When my dad was growing up in the 1960s, half of the 30-year-olds were married and owned their homes. Today, only 15% of 30-year-olds are married and own a home. If you cannot own a home, you cannot get married. If you cannot get married, you cannot have kids. If you cannot have kids, then what is the point? This is an insult. This is an economic genocide against the Gen Z generation, trying to foist this kind of slavery and usury on us. We reject it 100%. If we want to get serious about housing affordability, why not ban Blackstone, one of the largest donors to both parties,
Hey, got to do my calls to action. Make sure that you guys like the video for me and subscribe to the channel. Welcome back, Christina. Welcome back.
from buying up entire neighborhoods and forcing us to rent from them? If we are serious about housing, why not remove the 55 million people here on immigration visas who occupy homes that could go towards Americans who have worked, fought, and bled for this country? I am sick and tired of the do nothing Republicans and the know nothing Democrats being held in bed with Wall Street, forcing us to become debt slaves, forcing us to accept the
Right.
unrestrained usury. We did not vote for the 50-year mortgage. If this continues, the Republicans will lose the midterms, and they will deserve to. Guy's got a point. And then you hear this. A $400,000 house at 6% costs $863,000 on a 30-year mortgage. On Trump's 50-year plan, $1.38 million. That's $500,000 more in interest. Trump supporters cheering for 50-year mortgages is like turkeys cheering for Thanksgiving. And then this next one was my favorite. I had to include it. It says, boomers with 17 paid off properties watching you take your 50-year mortgage.
It's
And you got boomers
wild.
dancing in what looks like some Mexican resort having the best night of their lives. Spot on. I mean, I really like what that guy was saying. If we focus on not letting, companies like Blackstone come in and buy up billions of dollars worth of real estate, putting the regular everyday American out and having to rent those homes, I think that's case number one. I think that's probably one of the biggest factors with our housing market right now is the fact that these large funds, these companies come in and literally are buying up billions of dollars of real estate. There needs to be some sort of regulation around that because that is causing the unaffordability crisis here for Americans and for
Hi,
Gen
welcome
Z
back.
guys. Gosh dang it. What a hard time to start life.
Yeah, Gen
Sure.
Z's. Let me talk to you all for a minute. Y'all, it's getting wild out here. Got Denise in the building, Christina in the building. Thank you guys for joining me once again on the YouTube channel. Be sure to hit the like button for me. So, looks like I might have to start adjusting my time that I do go live. The sweet spot was about 3:30. Been hitting some dry spots, but y'all, this information is very important. What do you guys think about a 50-year mortgage? Hey, welcome, welcome. Selena's in the building. Olivia back in the building. Thanks for joining me. You guys, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. It helps the channel reach more people. But this information is very important. Welcome, welcome. So what do you guys think about the $2,000 checks supposedly in 2026 to Americans that's making less than $100,000 a year? Quotation. Nobody really truly knows yet. But that'll be a good sweet spot. But you guys need to start learning about saving and investing into the stock market because it's getting wild. Now they're talking about instead of the 15-year mortgages for buying a house, 30-year mortgages for buying a house, they're trying to get it to 50 years. That is insane. So I had to stop by to let you guys know this information for real, for real. It will be scheduled for replay, probably about Wednesday and things like that. But this information is very important. So when you guys join me again, I'm sure you guys don't mind hitting the like button for me. I'm gonna say that for the last time. But thank you all for tuning in to the channel for sure. Thank you for hitting the like button. I saw that. Thank you so much. I got one like. This I guess that's good enough. This good enough, I guess. Ain't that good enough? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you all have a good rest of your day, evening, night, wherever you may be watching from all over the world. This is your girl Arian Brown going by Air Credit Up, signing out. Bye. Then unlocked it.